moving on, I know you're going to the Lebanon this weekend.
Yes.
We're moving on to the Middle East. Today is Nakba Day, which is obviously a very significant day for the Palestinian people. Are we going to be recognising Palestine as a state on the 21st of May?
Well, we will be recognising the state of Palestine before the end of the month. The specific date is still fluid because we're still in discussions with some countries in respect of a joint recognition of a Palestinian state. That'll become clear in the next few days as to the specific date, but it certainly will be before the end of this month, and I will have further consultations today with some foreign ministers in respect of the final specific detail of this. And we're doing it in the context of the Arab Peace Initiative, the track towards this two-state solution, and to send a signal to the Palestinian population at large that we support their right to self-determination and the idea of a two-state solution as the ultimate only way that Israelis and Palestinians can live side by side in peace.
And you mentioned sending a sign to the Palestinians. As I said, today is Nakba Day, a day that's very important to the Palestinians, the catastrophe. There was calls to fly the Palestinian flag over Leinster House today. Would you have supported that?
I'm not as focused on flags and emblems, to be frank, in terms of public buildings. It's never been, because I've seen what happened in Northern Ireland when that started. I mean, this week alone, there are two significant days that reflect the complexity of the Middle Eastern and the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. You had Israeli Independence Day on the 14th and Nakba Day on the 15th of May. And that, goes back right to the origins of this complex conflict. I think
and it is complex.
What is important here is I think we focus on the substantive issues of an immediate ceasefire. It is quite shocking that Israel is moving into Rafah, and there is now a military operation underway in Rafah. The suffering is immense. The death and destruction is immense. And people wanted to stop, and the international community wanted to stop.
Well,
and I believe Israel is
The
oblivious.
Americans have authorised a €1 billion package of funding in the last 24 hours for Israel for arms. What do you say about that?
I think the United States should not be funding at this particular point. I know that there have been pullback in respect of other armaments.
But that's current. That's in the past 24 hours.
And I think there's the broader situation between Iran, Israel, and the wider geopolitical situation in the region, which is why, and which is serves as a backdrop to that. But I don't think any.
Will you be meeting?
In my view, very clear signals have to be sent to Israel, which they have been sent.
Will
by
you be
everybody
meeting any Israeli representatives when you're in Lebanon?
No. And I'm going to meet our own soldiers and defence forces who are working in very, very difficult circumstances there. And I'll also be meeting with Lebanese ministers in respect of ensuring that there's progress in respect of the case in relation to the murder of Sean Rooney, which we're not happy with the progress in relation to the conduct of that case and how long that is going on, and also in respect of ensuring safety and force protection for our own troops.